If you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you're going to be in a good mood as a result of this video today because we have some fantastic news in regards to a remarkable transaction that just occurred in the NFL. Well, at least it just occurred for me. I don't know when I'm going to get this video out to you guys. I'm currently recording this while I'm in Rome, which is why I don't really see my face right now. I don't really know how good my internet speed is, so I apologize if this is a little late. But if you could do me a favor and sack the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and of course, we're giving away a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel, and we're going to announce the giveaway winner on my community tab in about 2 weeks. I have a few more Madden codes that I'm giving away on my Instagram and Twitter as well, and now that we get all that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? About a couple of months ago, I made a video called NFL players that are about to be traded. On this list was Gardner Minshew, and I felt like Gardner Minshew was by far the most underrated trade prospect that you could potentially trade for if you're a quarterback needy team in the NFL. I'd like to remind you guys that the Jacksonville Jaguars didn't draft Trevor Lawrence because they were in desperate need of a quarterback, because Gardner Minshew actually was a pretty solid quarterback during his time in Jacksonville. It was the fact that every other aspect of their team was absolutely atrocious. Couple that with the fact that the best player in this year's draft, or at least the most promising player in this year's draft, was a quarterback, and a transcendent quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, and that's the main reason the Jaguars picked him. It's not like they had this huge glaring need, because if you look at Gardner Minshew throughout his career, his rookie season, he started in 12 games, he completed 61% of his passes, threw for 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions for over 3,000 yards passing. Now, that's pretty solid considering how this is a man that wasn't really expected to do much in the NFL. And maybe it was a fluke, but if you look at his statistics during his sophomore season, they're even more impressive. The man threw 16 touchdowns and 5 interceptions despite playing almost half of the games that he played in his rookie season. He only started in 8 games during his sophomore campaign. In his rookie year, he played in 14 games in total. His completion percentage also got bumped up to a 66%, and unfortunately, the rest of the Jacksonville Jaguars absolutely stunk. And when you draft a player like Trevor Lawrence, obviously, I don't care what Urban Meyer says in terms of there being some sort of quarterback competition during training camp between Trevor Lawrence and Gardner Minshew. We all knew at the end of the day that Trevor Lawrence was eventually going to start, which creates a very uncomfortable dynamic in Jacksonville. What do you do with Gardner Minshew at that point? This is clearly a man that, in my opinion, could start for a handful of teams in the NFL when you look at most of these teams' quarterback situations. For example, I think if Gardner Minshew got traded to the Denver Broncos, he would potentially be the starter over Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater, in my opinion. You couple that with the fact that this is a guy that is literally going into his age 25 season, and it seems like he is a NFL-ready QB and a very promising one at that, and it just would be an absolute travesty to have him rotting away on a bench after he's had productive seasons as a game managing QB at the very worst. And fortunately, it looks like Howie Roseman and I saw something in common, because according to our guy, Papa Ian Rappaport, the Jacksonville Jaguars are trading quarterback Gardner Minshew to the Philadelphia Eagles for a conditional 6th round pick. Minshew Mania gets a fresh start in Philadelphia as a backup behind Jalen Hurts a few days after Trevor Lawrence was named the starter in Duval County. Now, here are the conditions for that draft pick. If Gardner Minshew plays in 50% of the plays in 3 games this season, then that pick is going to be a 5th round pick. Now, here's the thing. If you're the Philadelphia Eagles, this is by far, in my opinion, and I might be biased, and bear in mind, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I do like to think that I'm fairly unbiased when it comes to analyzing my fellow division rivals. If you're the Philadelphia Eagles, this is a home run of a trade. I mean, you're giving up a 5th round pick for a quarterback that is clearly, in my opinion, a starting caliber quarterback. You're going into the season with a little bit of a volatile situation with Jalen Hurts. Hey, for all you know, this could be the guy under center. This guy could be your future at quarterback, but let's be honest, we're not all feeling confident about Jalen Hurts' abilities as a quarterback just yet. So giving up a 5th round pick to bring in a player that's 25 years old that could clearly start in the NFL, and I don't really buy this crap that Ian Rappaport says next, which I apologize. I think I should read this before I continue my analysis. Ian Rappaport continued on and said, Philly already has Jalen Hurts and Joe Flacco, and Minshew will begin and learn as the number 3. The Eagles a remarkable insurance policy in the event that your gamble on Jalen Hurts doesn't pay off. This is a guy that I am actually terrified of having in my division as a Cowboy fan because he doesn't necessarily have remarkable physical tools. He's not going to wow you with his ability to throw the deep ball. Rather, Gardner Minshew has something that I see in Dak Prescott, and I'm not calling him Tom Brady, but it's also something that Tom Brady's notorious for. He's not necessarily a super athlete, rather he just makes the proper football decisions and makes the right football plays, and as a result, more often than not, whenever he goes through his progressions and he makes his reads, more often than not, he makes the right decision, and as a result, you could see throughout his career, he threw for 37 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. I can go on and on about how much I love this trade for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an absolute no-brainer. You're giving up a 6th round pick, could be a 5th round pick for a guy that I am predicting will be your starter by week 7 or week 8. This is nothing against Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts might be a little bit raw in my opinion. And for all you know, I could be wrong, but bear in mind, in 4 games, Jalen Hurts completed 52% of his completions, threw for 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Now, of course, these values could go up, but that's the main reason why I am not so confident in trotting Jalen Hurts out as my QB. But regardless, this shouldn't turn into a poop fest on Jalen Hurts. At the end of the day, the grade I'm giving the Jacksonville Jaguars is very difficult. I'm gonna have to give them a B+ or an A-, mainly because what the hell are you supposed to do in this situation? You're not gonna let Gardner Minshew just melt on your bench doing nothing and not getting anything in return. 1, that's cruel to Gardner Minshew, and 2, that's just a waste of a valuable talent and a great resource. But on the other hand, for the Philadelphia Eagles, this is an easy A++. I mean, this is a guy that's a starter caliber QB. You're only giving up a late draft pick for him. This is an absolute no-brainer, and I honestly think this could be the difference between them potentially missing out on the playoffs or them potentially being a sleeper team. If it doesn't work out with Jalen Hurts, originally you didn't have a backup plan. What were you going to do? Go to Joe Flacco? No. But now, if it doesn't work with Jalen Hurts, for all you know, after a couple weeks, Gardner Minshew is sitting on the bench learning the Nick Sirianni's offense. Maybe he could come in and turn things around, assuming that things don't go well with Jalen Hurts to start out the season. So I want to know what you guys think about this trade in the comment section down below. I think it's absolutely game-changing for the Philadelphia Eagles and a very underrated move. Aside from that, your boy is currently on 3.5 hours of sleep. I apologize if I got a little ranty. I'm very excited for Gardner Minshew for Philadelphia Eagles fans, and I really want to get your guys' take in the comment section down below. Grade the trade for me in the comment section if you got to the end of the video. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.